Everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Can you all hear me? Hi, Shamila, Maria Pia. Can you hear me? Great. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us today. Yes, I cannot see you, but please feel free to type your comments or questions in the chat box. And well, I'm Mariela Burani. I'm one of the academic consultants for Macmillan Education here in Argentina. So welcome to today's webinar. Yes, Getting Techie, using apps with On the Pulse second edition. We are also streaming this webinar on Facebook, so on Facebook Live. So in case you want to tell any colleague who couldn't register, please do it. So we can all get advantage of this opportunity. And as the video that we showed in the introduction, in the presentation, said that 2020 was probably the year education leapt forward a generation, yes? And we as teachers accomplished so much, yes? For example, some of us have never taught online before, or probably using digital apps or web pages, yes? We have to learn so many things to get through 2020, such a challenging year, yes? And so we did all this in order to support our students. I know you are all going to love this webinar. Laura is here today to help us start these school years with new ideas. And as she said in the description of the course, so that you start the school year with renewed enthusiasm and confidence. I love this expression. Yes, this is what we need. Yes, and see how we can engage our students again. Yes, and I don't know if you're familiar with Santiago Bilinkis. I always quote him because I love he's like an expert on technology and education and everything. And he said that 2021 is not going to be as 2020, but it's not going to be as 2019 either. So that is the challenge we need to deal with. Yes, how we are going to overcome this new year. So let me tell you a little about Laura. Yes, we are so delighted she's going to present us this webinar. So Laura holds a degree in communications with an orientation to education from University of Buenos Aires. And she has also specialized in the development of language teaching materials. She has been working as a copy and content editor at Macmillan Education for 10 years now. She's a member of our house. So that's also another reason, because we are so happy to have her. And she has edited several textbook series, and she has authored Hop into English workbooks and On the Pulse skills builders. Yes, you're probably a user of some of these titles. And she's now developing digital activities for On the Pulse second edition app, yes, which is our new version of this best seller, which is On the Pulse, yes. And now we have this new updated version of the book. Laura is also a teacher of English and Spanish as foreign languages, and she has taught different levels and age groups. So I'd like to welcome her. Laura, are you there? Thank you all. We have a huge audience today. We are very happy.
Hello.
Hi, Laura. Welcome.
Hello, thank you very much.
Now, enough of me. Yes, now over to you. And please enjoy this webinar. See you later.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. So, the beginning of the school year is around the corner, and there is a bit of uncertainty about how things are going to play out. So my objective today is to help you pack your suitcase with fresh ideas so that you can start this school year with renewed enthusiasm and confidence, right? So you're not alone in this, remember. So today we're going to explore 3 user-friendly, and I like this characteristic, 3 user-friendly digital tools I personally like, and I hope that you like them as well. And I'll give you concrete practical ideas for your lessons, and I'll show you examples, concrete examples of how to use these tools with On the Pulse 2nd edition, right? So you're going to have plenty of new ideas for this year, right? So let's revise the agenda for today. Let me check the presentation. Here we go. Okay, here it is. Good. So we're going to kick off with a quick poll on Mentimeter so that we can start getting familiarized with these tools. In a moment, we're going to see what this is about. Then we're going to share some ideas on Padlet. Yes, I would like to know how techie you are and what digital tools you usually use in your lessons. Then we're going to revise a bit of theory on WordWall, which is another fantastic website I highly recommend. And then we're going to plunge into the 3 digital tools of this afternoon: Mentimeter, Padlet, and Chatterpix. Then we're going, at the very end, I'm going to show you some samples of On the Pulse app so that you know what you can expect to find there. And we're going to round off the session with a wrap up, right? Ready? I need your active participation. So fix yourself a cup of coffee, cup of tea, and well, let's get started, right? So we're going to start with a quick poll to know how techie you are, right? So Mariela is going to help me. She's going to copy the link into the chat box. So you have to follow the link, and I am going to share my screen so that we can all see the results of this quick poll, right? So there it is. You have to click on that link and answer. Okay, great. Okay, the bars are loading. Okay, usually good, 35%. Okay, good. Wow. 42, 43. Okay, good. So the red bar is the highest, right? So you usually use digital tools in your lessons. Good. Okay, I think you can still vote. Okay, good. Okay, excellent, excellent. I like it, right? you are pretty techie. So for the ones that don't usually use digital tools in their lessons, I hope after this webinar you take to digital tools, right? I want to encourage you to use more. So, you know, I'm a bit curious. So now I want to know more details about the things that you do with these digital tools that you use, right? So we're going to use this digital tool called Padlet. Many of you may know this tool, may have already used it, maybe throughout 2020. So again, Maria is going to copy the link into the chat box, and we're going to do something different now. We're going to go into the details, right? So this is the question. What's your favorite digital tool and what do you do with it? So I would like you, it's very simple. There is a plus button at the lower right corner, right? Can you see that, the pink one? So you have to click on that plus icon once you enter the link and you start typing right away. as I told you, it's a very user-friendly tool, right? And for you to get a bit inspired, I am going to play some background music, yes, because you know that music lights up our brain. So I'm going to play some background music. I'm going to give you around a minute, yes, for you to type your answer. And then we're all going to share and read everybody's answers. Is that clear? Yes, any questions? Are we okay? I'm going to play some background music, yes, for you to get inspired. Good, thank you. Thank you, Bianca, Natalia. Okay, thank you very much. Great. So, ready, you can start typing right away.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, 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 come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling.
Okay, I'm going to stop the music. Great, thank you for sharing. We've got plenty of ideas on our Padlet. So now, before we move on, I'd like you to take a minute to read your colleagues' comments and to press on the like icon, right, the heart, if you feel inspired, right, by any of their ideas. Because the good thing about Padlet, I believe, is the thing of interaction and that we can all see everybody's posts. So I encourage you to start reading now your colleagues' posts and to like them in case you feel inspired by their ideas, right? Then this Padlet is going to be open. So if you want to have a look at it after the session and write down more ideas and put them into practice in your lessons, that would be great and possible, right? So this is the idea, sharing what we do. For the ones that have only written down the name of the app, you remember you can then add a comment and tell us a bit more, yes, what you do with that. We would all like to know what you do with those apps, or maybe give us a tip or whatever, so that we can all benefit from your experience. Okay, great. Excellent. Good. So, are we ready to move on? Yes? Okay, good. So, we're going to go back to the presentation, and we're going to do one more activity before we plunge into the digital tools, right? And the examples and the concrete practical ideas. We're going to revise a bit of theory by playing a game like, doing a game-like activity. When I was doing research for this webinar, I came across this thought-provoking quote. So you're going to help me complete it, yes? Does it sound okay? So Marty, once again, you're going to help me copy the link into the chat box. So this will take you to WordWall. If you don't know the tool, I invite you to explore it. It's fantastic to create interactive, catchy activities. Okay, love this music, thank you. I'm reading some of the comments. Yes, that's the free version of Padlet. Yes, yes, free version of Padlet. Okay, good. So there you've got the link to WordWall, right? So now go there, right? And start doing the activity. There's no time limit. I'm going to give you, anyway, 1 minute or so, right? Because we have many information and things to go over. And then I'm going to show you the complete quote so that we reflect on it a bit, right? Okay, so come on. Were you able to access WordWall? Okay, thank you guys. Okay, great, yes, good. Okay, good. Okay, you've already done it. Okay, done, excellent. Thanks for telling me. Okay, good, great. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to read the complete quote, right? So here it is. So I'll give you a moment, yes, for you to revise it, to read it again. But what I would like to highlight is the thing of real communication, right? And meaningful experiences. I believe that this technology and particularly these digital tools allow us to create real products, right? So students feel that they are communicating in real life and that they can share something with the rest, yes, not only with their classmates, but maybe outside school, right? So technology is transformative, yes, I like this idea. So I invite you to have these ideas in mind, yes, while we advance, because these are the grounds, yes, the things I took into account when I did research for the webinar and when I picked and I selected the digital tools to share, right? Okay, so ready? We're going to now explore the first tool in depth, which is Mentimeter. We have already tried it at the beginning of the session, yes, with a quick poll. So let me show you some of the layouts you are going to find on this website, yes? You've got multiple choice, You can also create word clouds. You can create open-ended questions to activities to kick off a class. Then you've got scales, ranking, questions and answers, speech bubbles, yes, for your students to ask you anything. And then you've got quiz competition. We're going to explore some of them, yes. Don't worry, because I'm going to, after the session, I'm going to to send you some tutorials on how to use the rest. Short and sweet tutorials, very clear, that are going to help you design your Mentimeter polls and activities. But we're going to explore and experience some of these right now. So what about using the multiple choice template to integrate emotions into your classroom? So I believe a good idea is to kick off your class with an activity to know how your students are feeling that day. The good thing about Mentimeter is that instead of words, instead of questions, you can insert GIFs, right? And this is very visual, and teenagers love GIFs. So why don't we try it? Yes. So Maria is going to help me to copy the link to this activity into the chat box, right? I am going to share my screen once again. There it is. Good. Yes, Mentimeter for free. Sorry, I am reading some of the questions with some delay. Okay. You have access to all the layouts. I believe 2 or 3 layouts are not included in the free version, but you can do and design plenty of activities. So that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Okay, there it is, the link, right? So I'm going to share now and present. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to present this slide so that you can vote, right? It is loading. Give me a minute. I will share it once again. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. So you can see the bars on my screen now. So how are you feeling today? Okay, okay, so, okay. Bad, okay. Okay, good. Did you know that Mentimeter allowed you to insert GIFs? Did you know this functionality of the website? No, okay. Okay, there are some questions about WordWell, then I will answer them about the limit, the amount of activities you can do with it. Okay, no idea, no, okay, very useful, okay, great. Well, I really liked this thing about being able to insert GIFs instead of questions, right? Especially, yes, for beginner elementary students, or just for the sake of making it more visual, right? So I think this is great about the app, okay, or yes, the website, because this is a website and an app as well, right? You can use it on your mobile or on your computer. So let's move on to the following slide. I'm going to show you another example of the things that you can do with Mentimeter. So let's imagine you are working with a reading comprehension activity. Yes, this is a page taken from the Pulse magazine. Yes, this is the 2nd edition. Look how nice it looks. So what about kicking off with an open-ended question to ignite curiosity or to tap into your students' prior knowledge, right? So the question you're going to answer is, what winter sports do you know, right? Because Obviously, the magazine is about winter sports in Canada, so you can prepare a pre-reading task in order to activate prior knowledge and engage your students with the unit, right? So I will move on to the following exercise here on Mentimeter. Here we go. So ready. What winter sports do you know? In this case, you can start typing, right? It's not the multiple choice template. In this case, it is the typing. So come on, you can start. Great. Start typing right away. Good. Ice hockey, play, skiing, snowboard. Good. Great. Okay, good. Okay, excellent. Okay, great. Some of you are typing, okay, in the chat box. Okay, there's no snow where I live, okay. Okay, but these are the sports, the activities that you know, right? Not necessarily that you practice, but that you know. Okay, ski jumping. Okay, interesting. So, well, this is an example of how to activate prior knowledge, activate vocabulary, lexicon, and then when you deal with the page, you can ask students to check if their ideas, the ideas that they shared at the beginning of the lesson, are present in the text, right? So you're not starting from scratch. You are started with their own information, and then make them compare what they wrote with what the text presents, right? Okay, let's try one more. Let's try one more. Sorry, some of them I'm doing them very quickly because I have many things to show you. Okay, these are just for you to see the type of texts you're going to find in On the Pulse magazine. Yes, they're beautifully designed and updated as well, right? To catch teenagers' attention, of course. Okay, good. So let me show you this page now. Grammar. Yes, when we say grammar, some students stressed out, right? So I thought that a good idea would be to transform some of these activities into a quiz in order to create a stress-free environment, to make them play and to change the pace of the class after a long period of concentration. Because you know that understanding, in presenting grammar entails concentration. Some students get discouraged. So in a way, I thought Mentimeter could help us transform one of these exercises included on the page into a quiz, right? Just for you to know, remember that in our book, in On the Pulse, all the grammar comes from a previous reading comprehension, right? Derives from a reading comprehension. So we are dealing with grammar in context, right? Okay, so let me show you. I chose exercise E. Can you see that? I put that red circle so that you recognize the exercise, and I transformed it into a quiz. So now I am going to go back to Mentimeter, right? And you're going to do the quiz. Let's see how it goes, right? Ready? In this case, okay, very good. It's loading. You have to choose the correct answer, right? I'm going to share my screen. Okay, good. It's loading. Are you there? Okay, good. Okay, great. Okay, good. You're joining. Okay. Come on. When do we use any? And we've got 4 options. Were you able to enter the quiz? Yes? Okay, good. Yeah, okay, good. So you can start choosing the answer you believe is correct. I don't know why the answers are there. There we go. There we go. Yes, 1 time's up. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. 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 Right. Okay. Well. Good. So there we can see the correct answer, and yes, if you got it right or wrong. Right. Okay. So what do you think? Do you like this idea of transforming an activity from the grammar section into a quiz? Have you thought about this? Okay, you got it right, great. Okay, it depends on the context. Okay. Okay, it's more friendly, great idea. Okay, good. And let me tell you, it's very simple to create these quizzes. It's very, very simple. Then I'll show you, I'll send you some tutorials for you to get into the details, right? But it's very, very simple. Engaging, challenging, okay. More attractive, okay, generates mystery, okay, motivating. Okay, great, I'm glad that you liked it. Okay, and we're going to do one more activity in relation to grammar, right? So let's suppose you want to demand a bit more from your student, and instead of choosing the right answer, you want them to type, yes, and to complete a rule. So let me show you the following slide. So we can again take another exercise from the grammar page and prepare this quiz. But in this case, students are going to type, they're going to write. It says, write the is or the ra to complete the following rule. We use with singular nouns, right? And in this case, you have to type the is or the ra. Are you ready? Yes, to try it? Okay, let's move on. I'm going to present the quiz so that you can type. Okay, there we've got the leaderboard. Okay, excellent. Maria Noel, congratulations. Okay, good. You are the winner. Good. Fastest. Great. So let's move on to the next question, right? Remember, it's about the is or the ra, right? Okay. Here we go. It's the same link, right? The same link. Okay, so you can start typing right away. So we use with singular nouns, the is or the ra. Okay, there you've got the link again, but it's the same link, right? The same link. Okay, 16 seconds. Are you typing? Okay, yes, okay. Some of you are writing the answer in the chat box, okay. Time's up. Okay, there is, okay. Okay, okay, good. You were able to see, right, there we've got some answers, right? Okay, the ones that are right appear with a tick, right? There is. Okay, great. So remember, in this case, students are going to be asked to do something else, right? They're going to type, not just click right on a button. They are going to write. Good, excellent. So let's move on to the following slide. So this is the last activity I'm going to show you in relation to Mentimeter. So I thought of a sort of wrap-up activity, yes, to round off this first part of the webinar. So now that we have explored some of the different templates Mentimeter offers, I'd like you to write one word that comes to your mind that you can relate to Mentimeter, yes? So, ready, remember, the same link. I am going now to change the slide on Mentimeter so that you can start typing, right? So here we go. Okay, the leaderboard, good. Okay, Maria Noel, great. So, write one word you can relate to Mentimeter. So you have to type one word that comes to your mind. I'm going to share my screen so that we can all see what's happening. Okay. Beautiful. I love this word clouds. Okay, interactive, engaging, fun, different, exciting. Okay, useful, versatile. Okay, good. Practical, entertaining, assessment. Good. So let me say something in relation to this word cloud. This is a metacognitive activity. Yeah. So at the end of a lesson, you can ask your students to type a word that they can relate to the topic of that class to make them go back, right, and revise what you have been presenting and what they have been studying. So it's a way of making connections and inviting them, encourage them to make connections in a very visual way, because then we are going to come up with this beautiful, colorful word cloud, right? Okay, good, excellent. Okay, so are we ready to move on? Yes, to the following digital tool. Don't worry if you still have questions about Mentimeter. At the end of the session, we're going to open a questions and answers session, right? Good, okay. So let's move on to Padlet, yes, which is the second digital tool of the afternoon. So we have already explored this tool at the beginning, right, of the lesson, of the webinar. Why I can't see the layout, right? Okay, well, it doesn't matter because I have included a photo with the different layouts that you can find on this website. Yes, but anyway, it doesn't matter because I'm going to show you the examples right away. So remember, basically, Padlet allows you to create engaging collaborative boards, right? So I thought about this. You can kick off your class with a fact or fiction quiz, right? So you can use the most common layout, which is called wall, yes, in which students' layouts are ways of organizing the post in different ways, right? Those are the different layouts Padlet offers. So it's basically that. So this one is called wall, right? So you can see all the posts one next to the other. And what you can design as a teacher is a fact or fiction quiz at the beginning of the lesson in relation to the topic you're going to introduce to make your students curious, right? So let's imagine you're going to deal with this reading comprehension, right? The story of Malala. So what about designing a fact or fiction or a true or false quiz before plunging into the reading comprehension activity in order to, again, activate curiosity, to make students activate their prior knowledge, right? To know how much they know about this girl, and how can they state and say, express if they think these facts, these statements are true or false. Can you see there are some thumbs up and thumbs down icons, right, at the bottom of the posts? So they just, they have to click on those icons, and in that way, they are going to be expressing, right, saying, stating if they believe these statements are true or false, right? So this is a different way of using Padlet, right? What else? Instead of doing a pre-reading activity, you can do a follow-up activity. So after dealing with, for example, this interview, right, with Sky Brown, you can prepare something similar, a true or false quiz on Padlet, to know how much students remember about this girl, how much they have understood, right? So you can use it either as a pre-reading or a follow-up activity, right? So this is the first idea I wanted to share with you, right? The fact or fiction quiz. What else can you do with Padlet? You can create a KWL chart. Most of you may already know what this is about, or you may have tried, yes, this in the past. I don't know if you are familiar with this KWL chart, but basically, in this case, I use the shelf layout, yes, which allows you to organize the content into columns, into different columns, and you can write different headings. So you write what we know, what we want to know, and what we learned. Okay, yes, for projects. Okay, Alejandra says she has used this for projects. Okay, it's a good way, again, to activate prior knowledge, to tap into students' previous knowledge, so that they say all the things they know, and then to write the questions they would like to answer. Yeah, so this is like to activate their curiosity and to make the activity more appropriate, right? And then in the end, they are going to write what they've ended up learning, right? So for instance, let's imagine we're working with this page, right, about dolphins. So again, this is a reading comprehension taken from on the pulse. So you can make students complete, yes, you create this Padlet, complete the first two columns. They're going to leave the third column blank. Then you're going to deal with the reading comprehension activity. And at the end of the class, they are going to complete the third one, right? And they're going to say what they learned, right? Okay, looks great, lovely. Okay, great, good. So one more idea. Vocabulary classification. Do you know our brain needs to be exposed to words as many times as possible in order to remember the new vocabulary? So this is a good way of helping students make connections and classifying the vocabulary in different ways. So for example, after dealing with our vocabulary presentations, here we've got occupations and clothes, you can prepare a Padlet similar to this one. This is one I prepared for my students, which consisted of classifying jobs, right? So for example, I put people who work inside, people who work outside, well-paid jobs, etc. But you can do something similar with the vocabulary presented in the book, right? Okay, good. And the good thing is that, again, everybody is going to see their classmates' posts, right? And it's going to be a very enriching activity. And you're going to end up with a very complete chart, right? Vocabulary chart. And then they can use that to study, right? For the test or whatever comes next. Okay, so two more things about Padlet. Did you know that you could create timelines? There is a layout called timelines that allows you to put posts one after the other on a timeline, right? So I believe this is great when working with the simple past, or when working with biographies, for example, yes, with the life of a historical figure. So it's almost ready. I mean, the timeline is there, and you have to add the different points on it and add the information, and it looks nice, as you can see on my screen, right? Okay, good. With tenses, yes, with tenses it's great, right? Good. Yes, that's what I've thought of. So, for example, one of our projects encourages students to design a timeline about Steve Jobs' life, right? So you can benefit from Padlet, and when working with this project, when working on this project, you can make them go to Padlet and design their timelines using this tool. Another idea I thought of, for example, after a reading comprehension activity, this particularly is a true story, yes, about a couple who built a tiny house. You can make them put the events in a sequence and then do sort of a retelling activity. Yeah, so of course you're going to come up with a lot of creative activities, right? I'm just showing you some examples for you to get inspired, right? Yes, you can insert images on the timeline. Yes, definitely. Here, can you see the dinosaur and videos? And they can even record voice messages. I don't know if you knew about that functionality that Padlet offers. You can add links, photos, videos, you can record a video, they can record their voice. So there are plenty of things they can do, right? Okay, fantastic, I didn't know. Okay, great, good. And one more layout you're going to like. I'm sure you're going to like this one. You know that you can add different, add information to different points on a map. Did you know about this? There is a layout called maps. Yes, it's at the beginning when you enter the Padlet website and you make the Padlet and you choose the layout. I believe it's the last one. Yes, it's called maps. So students can add different locations on a map. So, for example, yes, when dealing with this project about creating a geocache, yes, which is sort of a treasure hunt, and they have to decide where to put it, you can ask them, instead of describing on a Word document, you can ask them to indicate on a map where they're going to put their geocache and to write the complete description there, right? So in a way, you're going to have one Padlet with everybody's posts and locations. So I believe this is great. I really love it. I'm pretty excited about this tool because it allows you to do many different creative things. Okay. We used to play geocaching in the classroom. It was great. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, no, to use a map on Padlet. Okay, great. I'm glad that I am disclosing this information that now that you are aware of all the things that you can do on Padlet. Okay, great. And one more thing, because we're running out of time, right? One more thing I would like to share before we move on to the third digital tool of the afternoon. You can also ask students to do these exit tickets on Padlet. So you can write a task, yes? For example, can you see what it says there below the title? It says, write down one thing you learned and one thing you are confused about from today's lesson, right? So you can post the question at the beginning, yes, of the Padlet, and make students do this exit ticket activity there. So the good thing is that everybody is going to benefit from their classmates' answers, because then you can ask them to read their classmates' posts and to see if they can answer maybe the question that they got, right? And to make them interact, because the ulterior motive, I mean, of using Padlet is having them learn in a collaborative way, right? Yes, it's good to ask them to write their names. Yes, you can set this. There is a full setting menu, so you can select that option and have your students write their names, and their names are going to appear when they include and when they add a post, when they type their posts, right? So you can change the settings and personalize this as you wish, right? Okay, good. Is Padlet free? Yes, it is, but you've got a maximum of 5 Padlets, right? You can do 5 Padlets. Anyway, if you want to create more, maybe you can create another account. If you can't pay the subscription, right? You create another account with a different email, and then you're going to get 5 more Padlets, right? That's the limit, 5 Padlets per account in the free version. Okay. Well, right, or you can delete them and get more space for new ones. That is what I've done with my students, right? When the task is over, right? Maybe you can save it, take a screenshot, right? To save the post, delete it, and use that space for a new Padlet. Right, yes, that's a good idea. Good. So we're going now to move on to the third and last digital tool of the afternoon, which is ChatterPix. I'd like to highlight something in relation to this. This is a mobile phone app. It's not available for a computer as a website, right? It's only available as a mobile app. So I'm going to rest my voice a bit, and I'm going to leave you with this tutorial, which I promise it's short and sweet, very straightforward, for you to have an idea of how this app works, right? And how to use it, right? Okay, so let me share the video with you, right? Okay, here we go. Are we okay? Yes, up to now? Great tip. Okay, good. So I'm going to show you, great, to show you the video, right? Good.
Simply put, ChatterPix is a lot of fun. But what's great about ChatterPix is that not only is it fun, there actually are some really viable educational experiences that you can create with ChatterPix. So what ChatterPix allows you to do, it allows you to take an image that you already have on your camera roll, or just allows you to use your camera to take a picture in the moment. And what you do is you simply just draw a mouth over that image, hit the record button, and then whatever you record, the ChatterPix will make the mouth on that image move to make it look like that image is actually saying what you're saying. And then whatever you record, the ChatterPix will make the mouth on that image move to make it look like that image is actually saying what you're saying. So let me show you how ChatterPix works. Let's go back to the main screen. Okay, so you can see right here you have real basic options. That's another great thing about ChatterPix, is that it's very straightforward. There's not a lot of options. There's not a lot of ways for your students to kind of get off track. So I'm going to click on Take Photo. So like I said, you can either use your existing camera. So you can see I'm actually just using the camera to look around my desk. But if you'd like, you can also click in the bottom left-hand corner to pull images from your own camera roll. So these are pictures that have already been taken on this iPad. So I've got this nice little picture of Lego Abraham Lincoln. So then I go ahead and press Next. All you have to do then is draw a mouth onto Labor. Oop, that's not a good one. Draw a mouth onto your image. That'll be a good one. And then you can see the record buttons in the bottom, on the bottom quarter of the screen. You go ahead and press record. It'll give you a 3, 2, 1. And then whatever I record, Lego Abraham Lincoln's going to actually say it. Lego Abraham Lincoln's going to actually say it. Once you're done with your recording, you go ahead and press next. And this is kind of where it gets fun, is that there's stickers and there's frames. You can add text if you'd like to. Of course, the students always like to add stickers. So I'm going to put a pair of glasses on Abraham Lincoln. I go ahead and press next. And then in the bottom right hand corner, there's the save to your device. So in other words, you want to find, save your final product. Go ahead and press that button in the bottom right hand corner. It'll go ahead and export it to your camera roll. And once it's done exporting, it is saved to your device.
Okay, ready. Okay, that is the end of the explanation, right? You export it and then you are ready to share your talking photo, right? Nice. Okay, have you tried this app, mobile phone app? Amazing. Okay, good, good. I'm glad this is new to you. Never. Okay. Okay, I believe somebody said they weren't able to see the video. Don't worry, we're going to send you the link after the session, right? Seems to be very funny. Okay, good, great, great. Yes, definitely, it's great fun, right? It's another way of assessing their speaking, our students' speaking skills, right? And the good thing is that in a way they can hide behind a photo, right? So maybe you can help them relax, right? And not to be that stressed out as in an oral activity. Okay, good. So I've thought about working with Chatterpix when we present the verbs to talk about people's lives in the past, right? So off the top of my head, I'd say it's a perfect tool for working with the simple past and historical figures, right? So I'm going to show you one example. One of my students created a lovely Chatterpix, right? For you to have an idea of how this works with a real example taken from my classroom. So it's loading. Give me a moment. Here we go.
My name is George Harrison. I was born in 1943 in Liverpool. I was the most younger of the Beatles. Our first tour was in Germany, and in that time I only have 15 years old. At the first month everything was fine, but one night the German police came to one of the pubs and arrested and deported me to England for being younger. To my luck, when the Beatles returned to England, I was still part of the group.
Okay, good. Of course, there are mistakes, there are things that could be improved, but anyway, the student was so happy with his talking photo and so excited about sharing it, so that I believe that this tool really pays off. Yes, it is worth giving it a try. Okay, so can you think very quickly of other ideas on how to use Chatterpix? Maybe could you relate Chatterpix with a content, a grammar content? I invite you to write in the chat box. Yes, if you would like to share an idea. Okay, want to leave representations, good. Routines, okay, right. They can take a selfie and explain the routine. Yes, storytelling, good. Introducing people, autobiographies, definitely. Likes and dislikes, job interviews. Wow, I like that one. Okay, like the past biography. Okay, good. You're going to make the most of this tool, I'm sure. Then I encourage you, if you'd like to send us by email your talking photos. Yes. If you end up trying it, please feel free to send us your products, right? Your talking photos. Okay, sure. Okay. And then retell what? Okay, good. Yeah, for reported speech, right? I like that. Right, the retelling. Good. Yes, I like. Okay, excellent. Okay, good. So this is the end of the presentation for the digital tools. Yes. So now, before we move on to the wrap-up activity, I'd like to show you very quickly something you're going to find on our app. You know that on the Pulse second edition, it comes with an app, right? You can download to your mobile phone or onto your computer. So I'm going to show you samples, yes, of the type of interactions and activities you're going to find in case you are short of time, yes, and that you cannot design, create many activities using maybe Mentimeter or Padlet. If you are using on the Pulse second edition, you're going to have ready-to-use interactive activities. Yeah, so our app has everything you need, and it will save you a great amount of time. So, for example, you've got fill in the blanks, drag and drop, yes. So you've got words at the beginning in a box, and then you have to place them in a paragraph. You've got activities that invite students to classify different vocabulary items. Then you have the typical drop-down menu, and they have to select the correct option. What else? Then you've got a paragraph with mistakes, and they have to spot the mistakes, select the word that is wrong, and type the correct answer, the correct version. Then you've got a paragraph, and again, different words to drag and drop. Then you've got the typical photo, and they have to type the word that matches that photo. For example, lion, yes, when you present vocabulary on animals. And you've got feminism, yes, you've got this game that you have to find the pairs that match, right? Then you've got multiple choice exercises, you've got an incomplete sentence, and you've got to choose the right answer, the correct option, right? And you've got openers and pre-reading activities for each of the reading comprehension activities you're going to find in the book, right? So remember, if you don't have much time to design extra activities, if you're using On the Pulse, you're going to have these beautiful, ready-to-use interactive activities, yes? Okay, the app's called On the Pulse, right? App is our app. Of course, if you'd like to have more information, send us an email and we can put you in contact with one of our reps, right? To show you more samples and to explain to you how to adopt the book, right? Yes, Mariela, okay, showing the app that comes with On the Pulse second edition. Right, yes, this is the Pulse. This is the app that comes with On the Pulse second edition, right? Okay. Okay. Yes, the webinar is going to be available to see it later. Right, it is being recorded. Yes. Okay, so we have reached the end. We're going to say goodbye with a wrap-up activity, right? So I'd like you to answer a final poll and to do a self-assessment activity. Right? Good. So Maria is going to copy the link because this is a different link, right? She's going to copy the new link into the chat box. Thank you, Maru. Okay, and I'm going to share my screen so that we can all see the answers. Okay, final poll. Here we go. Okay, you're already voting. Ooh, Mentimeter is the winner. Okay, let's see. Okay, you like Mentimeter. Okay, the most. Okay, Mentimeter is the one that you like the most. Okay, well, Chatterpix and Padlet are there. Okay, second, third. Okay. Good, but Mentimeter is definitely the winner, right? Okay, good, excellent. Some of you are still voting. Okay, I'll wait for some seconds so that you can all vote for the best app. Okay, good. 89. Excellent. Okay, Mentimeter is definitely the winner, right? Of this session. Good. I'm going to move on to the self-assessment activity now. Yes, ready? So I'm going to change the slide. And here I invite you to assess yourself, right? So it says, I strongly disagree or I strongly agree. Yes. I feel confident and inspired. I try out these tools. I like the tools, but I still need to get more training. These tools are great, but they don't suit my teaching style. Yes, which is possibility. Maybe, okay, most of you feel confident and inspired. Okay, great. I'm glad then. Good, 4.2. Okay. Don't worry about the training because, as I've told you, I prepared a document with short and sweet tutorials, very straightforward, very clear, that are going to guide you right along the process, the creation process. And of course, if you've got further doubts, you can send me an email. You can write to us, and I'm going to help you. Okay. Good, great. So the last slide. Okay, now, okay, more training. Okay, more training. Don't worry, I'm going to help you with that. I promise. Yes, I'm going to share with you links after the session so that you get the hang of these digital tools. It may take you some time to get familiarized with the creation process, but once you get it, you're going to take to them, right? And I'm sure you're going to make the most of these tools. Okay, so now the last slide, in case you've got further questions, anything that you would like me to answer. So feel free to type anything you'd like to share or something that I was not able to read in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. You've been an amazing audience. Thank you very much. Okay. Good. Okay, so of course, if you wish, if you prefer, you can type your questions into the chat box. Yes, I left the slide there for you to see how to use the questions and answers slide, because you can use this with your students as well, right? At the end of your lesson. But well, good. If you prefer, you can write your questions here. We do need help to learn to use this tool. Yes, definitely. It takes some time. Yes, we're going to send the material, yes, the links to the different tutorials after the session by email. Thank you, Natalia Patino. Okay, for the tutorials, good. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to share my email, sorry, in case you'd like to here, right? To send me an email with further queries or whatever, right? laura.lagos@macmillaneducation.com. Yes, we're going to give a certificate of attendance, don't worry. Okay, good.
Okay, hello again. Thanks, Laura. It's been wonderful. And I think, I don't know, there's so many ideas. And as you said, it takes time. But once you learn the ropes, yes, you can use it. It's just trying new things. But the most important thing is that we don't need to be afraid as teachers, yes?
Definitely.
Yes, yes.
It may be, yes, a lot to take in, right? But well, it takes time maybe to digest everything, but it's about like trying your hand at them, yes, and well, being brave enough, yes, maybe to fail as well, because sometimes things or technology is not on our side, but it's about trying, yes, and well, getting where we want.